All right. Well, hello, good afternoon, and welcome to our webinar. My name is Bobby Haggard, and I'm one of the consultants here at TrendSoft. I'm excited for today's webinar as we will be reviewing how the combination of Business Central and Power BI can help to boost manufacturing efficiency at your company. You'll see on the webinar today that Business Central is a deep, robust, all-in-one ERP solution that can handle the most complex manufacturing processes. And we'll also introduce you to Power BI, an incredibly powerful reporting and visualization toolbox. And when you combine these two solutions, it's going to open up a whole new world of data, of efficiency, of just growth within your organization. So before we get started, a few housekeeping notes before we jump in here. First up, want to mention that we have gone ahead and muted all of the phone lines to try and keep down on some of that background noise. So if you have a question, which we absolutely encourage, please use the Q&A feature of the Zoom webinar tool. We'll be managing those questions throughout the webinar, and we'll also have a time for Q&A at the end of the presentation. Secondly, if you're interested in the presentation slides or the video recording, just drop your email into the Q&A. We'll know exactly what that means, and we'll be sure to get that sent to you once that becomes available. All right, I believe that is all of the housekeeping stuff out of the way, and we are ready to get started with our webinar today. And so since I do see that there's a good mixture of attendees between current clients and potential future clients and just kind of people probing a little bit, I did want to share just a quick introduction video of who we are as TrendSoft. And it's just, again, just a 90-second overview video.
You can make your business processes simpler and stronger, your people more proactive and more productive. You can make today's opportunity into tomorrow's success with TrendSoft. Business people solving business challenges. TrendSoft has the experience that sets us apart. We're CPAs, MBAs, and software developers who come from the business world, award-winning software providers with practical knowledge about your industry. We can bring a complete cloud solution direct to you, one solution for your entire business. And after more than 25 years of Microsoft knowledge, we're a gold-certified Microsoft ERP partner with proven mastery of Microsoft Dynamics, ready to unlock all it can do for you. That means end-to-end ERP, hosted seamlessly in the cloud. It means customization and integration to help automate and streamline your business processes, and customer dashboards and reporting to give you real-time information and intelligence to guide your decisions. TrendSoft puts the latest technology into custom solutions tailored to your industry, your company, your business needs. It's time to find out just how much we can do for you at TrendSoft.
All right, so as the video said, at TrendSoft, we are business people who come from a diverse business background, and we work hard to solve unique business needs for all types of organizations. And we're dedicated to helping businesses like yours streamline their operations to improve productivity and drive growth. We were founded in 1996, and we've since achieved the highest level of Microsoft certification available, being recognized as a gold certified Microsoft ERP partner, which really means that our team is well equipped to understand your unique business challenges and provide tailored solutions that are going to meet your specific needs. We've been recognized by Accounting Today as a top 100 VAR or value-added reseller for the last 5 years. And we currently have over 225 active clients in about 17 or 18 states. And we work closely with our clients to ensure a deep understanding of their requirements and objectives. And we leverage the power of Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central and Power BI to help transform your business processes, enhance visibility across departments, and empower your team to make data-driven decisions. Now, our comprehensive range of services includes implementation, customization, training, ongoing support, and we like to take a holistic approach to our technology solutions, considering not only your immediate needs, but also your long-term goals. And our aim is to establish a long-lasting partnership with you, providing continuous support and guidance as your business evolves. At TrendSoft, we have a proven track record of successful implementations across various industries. And by choosing TrendSoft as your technology partner, you can expect expertise. Our team has certified professionals with extensive knowledge of Business Central and Power BI. Customizations, we understand that every business is unique, and which is why we offer tailored solutions that align with your specific requirements. We can perform seamless integrations. Trendsoft can integrate Business Central with the CRM system, e-com platforms, or other third-party solutions. And then training and support. We provide comprehensive training that empowers your team to effectively utilize the system's features. And then finally, I mentioned a long-term partnership. We're committed to building long-term relationships with our clients. And so as your business grows and evolves, we'll be there to support you in your additional modules, upgrades, and ongoing optimization along the way. Now, so why are we here today? And I think the answer to this question is around kind of a bigger interest in new solutions, cloud-based options, and almost a broader sense of the new digital transformation. And so I want to know that you're in good company, as I've done a little bit of research in this area. And did you know that in a recent survey, 74% of IT executives said that digital transformation was their top priority in the new year? In a different study of nearly 700 CEOs, 78% of those CEOs surveyed said that they believe that remote collaboration must be thought of as a long-term business strategy. And then finally, I found an article recently based on Gartner research where they found that employees prefer a hybrid or flexible working model, and that today's employees want to have some flexibility over where, when, and how it is that they work. And so, the research is clear that remote work is forcing organizations to bring forward their digital business transformation plans by at least 5 years, and that the adoption of cloud technologies is increasing. And to ensure business continuity, CIOs and IT leaders need to be ready to help their employees change, adapt, and support these remote workers in different ways through cloud solutions like Business Central and Power BI and many others. And so what we often hear from prospects and clients who are outgrowing their existing accounting or business processes today often fall into a couple of similar buckets. These companies often have a few common signs or recurring themes which indicate they're outgrowing their current systems. Systems that are disconnected and information that's siloed. A recent study from Microsoft found that nearly 80% of companies report significant data silos. And so when companies have systems that are disconnected or information that's siloed, we often see a need for duplicate data entry into multiple systems. We often see manual processes, even to the point where their accounting occurs in Excel or not even in a financial system at all. And so with siloed data, duplicate data entry, and manual processes, reporting is often complicated, hard to pull together, or provides insufficient information. And then finally, when information is this spread out, there's often a lack of secure workflows and audit trails, which clearly causes increased risk to your company. And so what's the answer? What's the alternative? Imagine an all-in-one business management solution that can easily and seamlessly connect your people and processes like never before. That's exactly what Business Central and Power BI can do for you. Business Central puts flexibility at the core of your business, enables you to grow at your own pace and adapt in real time, which means that you can start small with the right fit for your employees' roles, your industry, your business needs, and then extend Business Central as your business evolves and grows. Business Central, as I mentioned, is a comprehensive cloud-based business management solution that connects teams across finance, sales, service, operations, manufacturing in a single, easy-to-use application. So Business Central works to automate processes and transactions while also bringing data and insights directly to you, which will enable you to make better decisions for you and your company. And so functions like payroll, banking, sharing systems are just as integrated so that your people can share the most current data and respond to customer requests faster and at the most accurate information. And so while we're here today, Manufacturing Module and Business Central offers robust functionality with excellent flexibility throughout various features and capabilities. Here are just a few ways to achieve this within the system. So items are at the core of inventory management in Business Central. Each item is assigned a unique number or code, which helps identify and track that item within your system. And you can define various attributes for these items, including descriptions, unit measure, costing methods, etc. Bill of material and routing flexibility. The system offers flexible bill of materials or BOMs and routing capabilities, allowing you to define complex product structures with multiple options and variants. You can create different versions of BOMs and routes and easily switch between them based on your customers' requirements, production scenarios, etc. Production planning. Manufacturing Module within Business Central provides comprehensive production planning tools. They enable you to create and manage production orders, define routing, set up bill of materials on multiple levels, and allow efficient production scheduling and capacity planning. There's also resource management. With Business Central, it allows you to manage and allocate resources effectively. So you can define work centers, machine centers, tools, and labor resources, and then associate them with different production processes. And so the flexibility that enables you to optimize your resource utilization, plan production based on availability, available capacity, etc. Production scheduling. Business Central supports advanced production scheduling techniques such as finite and infinite capacity planning. The system can consider resource availability, lead times, dependencies to create production schedules, and you can easily modify schedules based on changing priorities, unforeseen events, or customer demand. Quality management. The manufacturing modules include features for quality management and control. You can define quality parameters, perform inspections. You can track quality metrics throughout the production process, and this ensures that your products meet the required standards that allow for continuous improvement. There's supply chain integration. So with Business Central, as I mentioned, it can integrate seamlessly with other modules like inventory management, purchasing, and sales. And it gives you an end-to-end integration stream throughout the manufacturing process that provides visibility across the supply chain. So you can efficiently manage materials, track inventory levels, production with your customer demand. And then finally, analytics and reporting. And so, as I mentioned, the system offers a robust reporting and analytic capabilities. And then when you add in the functions around Power BI, which Nicholas will hit on here in a little bit, the capabilities within Business Central and Power BI to manage your manufacturing processes are just limitless. And so with that, let me jump into a demo company. I'll show you a little bit around Business Central, a little bit around some of the specifics around manufacturing, and then I'll hand things over to Nicholas to talk about Power BI. So give me just a second here to change screens. All right, I have changed screens here. So it says this is Business Central. And for those of you who are not familiar with Business Central, it is a cloud-based solution. So I'm just in a regular internet browser, no smoke and mirrors here. This is a true production environment that I'm in a test company that we have. And so within Business Central, when you log in, you come to what's called your Role Center homepage, which is what we're looking at today. Couple different things when you log in. Again, you come to your Role Center homepage. Your Role Center homepage is designed a role that's assigned to you. So if I look in my settings here, I can see that my role is a business manager. The system comes with about 20 or so predefined roles, and we can mix and match and combine roles for you as well for your organization. Now, you'll also see your role does a couple different things for you. It defines your Role Center homepage, which is what we see in the background. It also controls your security and permissions throughout the system. For my specific user, I have given myself super user access so we don't run into any of these issues in the demonstration. But in a full production environment, there is, of course, segregation of duties, responsibilities, etc. Now, I have changed my role to a manufacturing manager that you see here. And so when I come back to this main screen, it will refresh and make that update for us. I can also like to show that we can support multiple companies. So we can support multiple locations, multiple standalone entities, whatever those may be, even consolidating companies. We can support that within Business Central. All right, so I'm going to hit OK here, and it's going to refresh because I've updated my role from a business manager, where you can see it's all about finance, cash management, sales, purchasing, to that of a manufacturing manager. So I'll say OK, and my Role Center will refresh. And so again, just showing you the flexibility within Business Central in that it can support different roles, all within the same feature, the same solution for that. So, all right, I'm now set up as a production manager, manufacturing manager, and you can see that my roles have changed pretty drastically. So in the upper left-hand corner, it does show that company that we're logged into. So if you are running multiple entities, multiple locations, multiple companies, you're always going to know where you're logged into. And then across the top, based on your role that's assigned to you, again, mine is a manufacturing manager, you have different drop downs with like functions and features, again, depending on what your role is within the solution. And again, this is just like you see today within Excel, Word, Outlook, where these are just your various tabs, and these are the various functions and features that you support within your role. So I like to hit these three parallel lines, as this shows everything that you have access to based on your role. So as a manufacturing manager, my role is all around, production orders, capacity, journals, worksheets, some sales and purchasing tracking, etc. What I really think is valuable on this screen is hitting this Explore All, as this shows everything that comes with Business Central. Obviously, in this demonstration, we're focusing on manufacturing and looking at some reporting. But I did want to let you know the system is a fully robust, feature-rich solution that includes everything from finance, purchasing, warehousing, project management, resources, et cetera. And so as I expand everything here, you'll see everything that comes with Business Central, and you'll own all of this out of the box. It's not like you purchase by the module or anything. When you purchase Business Central, you will own all of this, and it truly is up to you as to how much or how little of the solution that you want to use it. So as you see here, I've scrolled down 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and we're barely halfway through our scroll bar. So it truly is a robust solution that can grow with you. All right, back on our Role Center homepage below our drop downs, there's what we call our favorite or bookmarked items. These are user specific, and you prioritize them based on what it is that you prefer as a user. To the right is our actions area based on the role of a manufacturing manager. These are the actions that I'm most often taking. And again, I can see different things within these. I can look at history, et cetera, and I'm in control of what I want these to be. In our activities area, we have all kinds of slices and dices of information. So we have different boxes, different visual indicators here, and all of these are drillable and flowable. So I could drill into any one of these boxes to release production orders. And here's all of my production orders as they've been released throughout the system. So I can drill through to any one of these. Couple things here in the right-hand corner, we can bookmark any page. So I've bookmarked this, and when we go back to my Role Center homepage, you will now see release production orders. It's bookmarked, and it'll show in my favorite menu. I can pop a window out. So if I'm working on multiple monitors, multiple pages, I could pop a window out, drag that to another monitor, and continue working within that window. If I drill back in there, I also have a little double arrow, purely depending on if I prefer my view more condensed or more expanded, purely up to you and how you want to do that. And then as this is a Microsoft solution, there are several options on how to export or use other Microsoft related solutions. So you can see here, I can open an Excel, very clean export. So this is actually open on my other monitor here. So let me drag this over here. Sorry, there we go. So there is that Excel export, very clean export. Everything is in its own row, its own column, very clean export to Excel. Also like to point out, for some of you may have seen, there's also the ability to share in Teams, copy a link, etc. We can also edit in Excel. So we could kick a list out to Excel, make updates, make changes, and then republish that directly to Business Central. So a lot of nice features that we can do there within the system. As we scroll down, all different types of insights, we can have favorite items, different job queues, so we can see where different things are and scheduled to run within the system. We can embed Power BI reports directly into Business Central and other nice functionality like that. And there you can see my release production order is now bookmarked on my favorited menu. Navigation-wise, you can use the drop-down, you can use your favorited options there. There's also a very intuitive search box. And so as I begin typing something such as item, it's giving me suggestions of where it thinks I'm trying to go on this current page and of the system and all. So there are 33 in all, and I could look at all of those, or I could only show the top 3. There's reports and analysis. And as I continue to type something such as item, there's additional information that becomes available. So Microsoft App Source, this is just like on your cell phones today, your handheld phone, whether it's Apple or Android. If you wanted to download LinkedIn app, you would go to the App Store and download that app to your personal phone. Microsoft has that same ability, but through the Microsoft App Source. So it's the same ecosystem of apps, but they're business apps related to Business Central. And so just by looking up item within Business Central, I can see these are the available apps that I could download and enable related to Business Central. There's also a documentation section, and I think this sets Microsoft apart from other ERP solutions that are out there. And so as I click on that, it opens up a help pane over here on the right-hand side. And there's different things about, hey, help me understand what it is you want to look at related to items. And so I could come out here, I could say set up item attributes. As I click on that, it opens up a brand new tab, and I have my step-by-step instructions on how to create item attributes, how to assign them, and different things like that. And so this is the same documentation that we receive from being a Microsoft partner as well. All right, let's dive in some of the specifics of Business Central around manufacturing. And so let's start with items. That's kind of obviously the bedrock foundation of kind of where all of this starts. And so I've just navigated to an item list. So a couple things here. Within this item list is a listing of all items within the system. There is a very Google-like search box. So as I begin typing something such as bicycle, you can see all the options that come up here. It's often also numeric. So as I key in, a number, it'll continue to make those searches and updates as well. There's also a very nice filtering view. So I could filter on different numbers and different views, and I could continue to build those. And then once I have a view I like, I can save it so that I don't have to recreate that view each and every time. These columns can also be, manipulated in different ways, and I can filter the different views as I need as well. There's a very nice ability to personalize the solution, and it's just a simple drag and drop. So if I wanted to personalize and add additional fields out here, maybe I want to add, let's see, whether the profit percentage. It's just a simple drag and drop, and then I'm going to release it on where I want, and there's my profit percentage that's now been added. Once I'm done, I click done, and my list now stays this way until I make changes again in the future, and they don't impact any other users within the solution. On the right-hand column, there's what we call a fact box or inquiry pane, and I can actually toggle that on or off if it takes up too much space. But what's nice about it is it gives you a quick snapshot, a quick view of that item without having to drill into the item card. So I can see some different information about costing, information about, planning, about reorder points, reordering policies, item attributes if we were to set that up. We can also set up attachments, links, and notes as well, and keep that all related to that specific item. So again, I can toggle that on or off if I need to. Across our ribbon at the top, there's all kinds of actions that we could continue to take in different areas within the system as well. Let's drill into one of these items here. Let's take a look at this bicycle, Z-100 bicycle. And what we're looking at now is our master record. It's our item card, our master record for this item, which is made up of a combination of fast tabs. As we expand each one of these fast tabs, there's just different information that we have out here. And so we can see, okay, here is our item number, our item description, our item type is just an inventory and a non-inventory service item that you may want. You can have unit of measures. We can even set up cross unit of measures. So if there's 6 eaches, make 1 pack or whatever, we could set that type of information up within the system. We have item category codes, which can be important for running planning worksheets, demand forecast, etc. We have service groups and all kinds of different information. We can show less if that's too much and we only want to see the pertinent fields. We can show that within the system. There's also what's called promoted fields. So as I look at this inventory fast tab, I can see right here that we have 12 of these on hand without ever even expanding this inventory fast tab because that was a promoted field. And so as I expand that there, you can see we have shelf numbered, another description option, all kinds of drill through into quantities. So we can see quantity on hand, quantity on production order, quantity on sales order. And these are all drillable and flowable. So I can drill into this and I can say, okay, here are the orders that have produced these. Here are the serial numbers, where they're produced to, etc. within the solution. So lots of options to drill to, drill through within the system. Costing on these items, the system comes with all of the basic costing methods that you're familiar with, FIFO, LIFO, specific, standard, average. Again, and you can pick and choose those. We have our unit cost, our various posting groups that come with those. Obviously, we can track foreign trade. So if there's tariff numbers and other things like that that come into play, we can track that here within the system. Price and sales, we can set our unit price. We can calculate that profit percentage. How do we sell these as pieces, as units, as a part of a discount group? Again, lots of information that we can track within the system. Replenishment, so how do we make or buy these items? And so for this one, you can see this is a produced item. The other options would be to purchase or assemble. So this is a produced item. When we produce this area over here around the production piece of it becomes more alive and important to us. And so when we produce this, we could see it's made to order. We use a combination of this Z-100 route and Z-100 bill of material, which we'll look at in just a minute. And we can see that our flushing method is backward, and obviously we have manual forward, backward, tick forward, etc. If we were to pick a purchased item, let me go back to one of these other items. You can see here, this is a purchased item. Here is the vendor we traditionally purchase that from and its unit of measure. So you can see how these different areas on the item card play with how the item is used. Same thing here within our planning area. So We have different reordering policies, lot for lot. We can set reorder parameters around reorder points, reorder quantities, minimum, maximum orders, or order multiple. So example, here's a bicycle wheel. When we order that, we want to order two, one for the front wheel, one for the back wheel. Same thing with item tracking. We can do serial numbers, lot numbers, all kinds of tracking options within the system. And then we also have different warehouse setup options about where, when we create this, it's put here. So when we pick and pack, put it away, it goes there, etc. And so let's go back to our bicycle. This is going to be the item we look at here for the next few minutes. This is a produced item. So we see that again, we're making this. And then you will ask yourself, okay, well, what does it take to make this bicycle? And so to do that, we'll look at our production BOM. So we're going to go out here, look at this specific production BOM. And let's take a look at this. So there is our Z100 production BOM. So here's our production bill of material, production BOM for this bicycle. So to build the bicycle, we're going to need a bicycle wheel, which is our Z1 pin part. We're going to take two of those. We're going to take a bicycle gearing, handlebar, frame, pedals, etc. And again, these bill of materials can be as basic or as complex as you need them to be. It can include resources, it can include tooling, it can include scrap percentages. We can link this to routing steps, and you can even include multi-layered BOMs or multi-layered assemblies out here as well. And so this is what it takes, obviously, to produce this bicycle. Different things that we can look at here as well. So, you know, if there are different components in this, we could say, hey, where else is this used? So maybe if it's used in different areas, we could track that out here within the system as well. All right, so that's a quick look at our bill of material. Let's take a quick look at our routing as well. Again, I know I'm moving through this relatively quickly. This is really just to give you a quick indication, a quick update about the solution and kind of what Business Central can offer to see if it makes sense to have further discussion. So here I've gone to my routing. So obviously this is the recipe of, okay, we know what goes into that, making a bicycle. Here are the steps to making that bicycle. And so again, we have our number series and the description. We have a type for this and the status. So it's certified, meaning it's ready to roll. We can have versioning where we can track changes that happens to the solution or to this route as well. And so from here, we have different work centers and machine centers within the system. Each have their own capacity and calendars that they can run on. And we can see that here, the majority of this work is done in Work Center 1. We're going to prep the frame. We're going to add pedals and gearing, add a wheel, and add a handlebar. And again, we can set up setup time, run time, wait time, etc., and unit cost per as well. Within this, there's also different operational steps that we can control and add. So we can add comments, we can select the different tooling, or maybe there's certified personnel that need to run these different areas. We can set that up here on the route as well. We can have quality measures that we can set within the system as well. And these quality measures can be configurable by you and your team as well. What's nice is, you know, you can easily change and update these as well, and the system will track that within the system. All right, so again, I know this is the very basics around routings, around BOMs, around items. Again, a couple different ways as an order comes in that we can generate demand for the system. So again, we can generate, you know, a sales order, which we could certainly go out there to generate that demand. There's also demand forecast within the system. So if we come out here and look at a demand forecast, we can see we can base it on sales orders, and we have different variations of these forecasts out here. So as I drill into one of these, I can adjust the day, the month, the view, etc. And so as I scroll down, I can see all my items, and I can see I have a very large order of these bicycles coming in December that we're accounting for. So we can run different demand forecasts, different scenario planning of what that system will look like. And obviously it'll pick up sales orders as well. The system also comes with different planning worksheets and MRP and MS and MRP planning. So if I go out here to a planning worksheet, I can again see many different things that are out here. And what's nice is I can run or prepare a regenerative plan that says, hey, what is it we want to look at? Let's run MS, MPS, MRP. Let's give it starting and stop dates. Let's use a specific sales forecast. We can again include information like that. We can have it run on just a particular item or a whole range of items. And again, once that runs, it's going to generate different things for you to say, okay, based on what we're doing here, we need to purchase this specific item. Here's where we need to start it. And we can, again, carry that out within the system. can also carry out production orders for us where it says, okay, to generate these bikes, we're going to have to create a production order, and we can carry those messages out here as well. And so it'll obviously do all of the purchasing steps for you as well along the way. And so once we carry those messages out, they will create for us a production order. And so we can look at one of those within our system here. So we'll go to a production order list. So within our system, this is just a listing of all production orders within the system. You can see we have a different status over here. These statuses are released, firm plan, plan, and finished. And so within each one of these, it just means a different cycle, a different phase of where they are throughout the system. And so you can see different start and end dates, different items that they're pulling, et cetera, within the system. And so if I pick one of these to look at here, let's look at this production order. I can look at statistics related to this. So this is a finished production order that we're looking at where we generated some bicycles. I can see here that my expected cost, material cost, $260, our actual was $265. So there's a bit of a variance. And so you can see we can have this statistical view throughout the system on these orders. We can also look at the different ledger entries related to this order. So for this one production order where we created a bicycle, we created one bicycle, there's our cost, and here's all the components, the raw materials, the pieces that went into that. And so here's all the consumption entries related to that. So here's our wheels, our gearing, our frame, et cetera. And again, you could trace all this back through the system. So if you had lot numbers, serial numbers, you could track all of this here as well. So lots of abilities to trace through within the solution. I meant to point this out when I was on the item page earlier. We can also have all of the costing information, and there's cost structures related to that. So if I go to my item here, I can see my cost share, and it's a fully loaded cost here. So here's our bicycle and all of the pieces, all of the components that go into making that, and all of my different work centers, et cetera. So lots of costing information, lots of ability to share all of that and populate that here within the system. All right, well, I know I have moved through that very quickly, but again, we're just trying to pique your interest and give you an idea of what's available with Business Central and with Power BI. And so with that, I'm actually going to hand things over to Nicholas. Nicholas Jackson is one of our senior consultants, and he's very knowledgeable about Business Central, Power BI, Azure, and IT-related solutions. And so I'm going to hand it over to Nicholas and let you take it from here.
Hi, Bobby. Thanks again for that introduction. Again, my name is Nicholas Jackson. I run our Power BI consulting practice here at Trinsoft, and wanted to kind of give you a high-level overview of Power BI, specifically how it can be tailored to the manufacturing industry. So Power BI is a very versatile tool. We can connect to all sorts of different data sets. It applies for multiple different industries, but I think manufacturing is actually one of the places where Power BI can really shine the most. So if you haven't heard of Power BI, I just want to give you a quick overview of what Power BI is and what it can do. So this is from Microsoft directly. Power BI's tagline is saying, creating a data-driven culture with business intelligence for all. So that's really what Power BI is trying to accomplish, and honestly is accomplishing it well and is quite successful in it. So essentially we take these tools that allow us to take some of the data, or a lot of the data that you currently have in your current systems, and really extract information from that raw data. Just that data in and of itself isn't very useful. What we try and do is extract information that allows you to create intelligent business or make intelligent business decisions based upon that data. So again, big three here, we got self-service analytics at an enterprise scale. Again, people, small to medium-sized businesses use Power BI. So does Walmart. Walmart uses Power BI. So really, it's a tool that is designed for growth. Next, we got smart tools for strong results. So lots of options for native integrations, some AI capabilities, some Excel integrations, things like that. And then ultimately, what's the point of having reporting if it's not secure? So we've got lots of options to help protect this analytics data and have very strong net control over what the data is. So as I mentioned before, we can pull data from a lot of different sources. So you may have a ERP system right now other than Business Central, and that's totally great. If you have another resource or another ERP that you do a lot of manufacturing in and you have that data, odds are we can pull that into Power BI. If you want, feel free to reach out or drop a comment for your specific ERP to see if we can integrate with that. But there's just about every software I've come across we've been able to integrate with in the past. Another place that we integrate with a lot that's very popular is PLCs. So anybody doing manufacturing in the 21st century is going to be using PLCs. So no matter who your PLC supplier is, whether you use Siemens, Redline, whoever it may be, we can pull that data and really get intelligent business decisions out of that data very, very quickly and very, very easily. So I'm going to give you guys a quick demo of what we have built as kind of a stock or base report with Power BI specifically for manufacturing. Again, this is just an idea just to get the juices flowing more so than anything else. We can absolutely customize this to exactly what your tailored fit or tailored need would be. And again, adjusting upon your data. If you have Business Central, great. If you don't, we can work with that too. So let's take a look at this, what we have here. So this right here is what we consider our report packs. So let me jump over to the manufacturing dashboard first. So this is at a high level overview what Power BI can do. So this in terms, we think about who the audience is for when we were designing these reports, and this would be for a high-level shop manager or maybe an executive, somebody that's not necessarily in the nitty-gritty and the details and the weeds every day, but they just want to see at a high level, okay, what are my major metrics? What's my on-time percentage? What's my work center efficiency rate? How many open production orders do I have? And how many released ones do I have? Release is kind of a Business Central term, but they basically how many are currently in process, right? So then we do have some additional visualizations associated with this data. The reason why we love visualizations so much is that they really put into perspective what numbers mean and what the quantities are. Just seeing the number is great, but if we can put some kind of visual representation along with it, that really makes it jump out more so than others. So for example, here's a perfect example, quantity per planned production order. So this is the number of, or the total quantity we have for each one of these production orders. You can see right here, this is a massive production order for 25,000 units, whereas most of these other ones are just for 1,000 or 2,000 units, right? So you can quickly identify those numbers. If you just want some basic facts, here we got some raw materials on hand. So just listing, a handful of materials. You can select a favorites or so, a few favorites if you want to see those, and that's listed over here. A few other visuals, we've got average production time by item in terms of hours. So, I mean, one of the things that we can do here, if you're pretty standard in terms of what you manufacture and you just want to do back flushing, where you just automatically adjust automatically have the same production time for every item, that's great. We do have a few clients who are doing some more advanced manufacturing where they are entering the amount of time that each step takes and each production order takes, so you can really see exactly how long each item is taking in terms of total hours here. And lastly over here, this is an interesting one, work center efficiency. So we have defined a few efficiency metrics. Again, what efficiency means to you might be different than us, and we can definitely tailor this to fit your criteria for efficiency. But we have each one of these work centers and taking a look at what is their average efficiency for a given period of time. So here we've got an average of 91% across the board, and you can see for each one of these areas or of the manufacturing floor, you can see what the efficiency is for them. All right. So next up, another example of what we can see is, let's just say you just want to see some details about some specific information. So let's say you have a specific item that you wanted to see the production bombs and routes for. This is a pretty nice tool to be able to do that. So here we just have a list of all of our item numbers. So you can search for a specific item number and select whichever one that you're interested in. This one I've just got ZZ Bicycle. This is sample data, so if it's not the fullest or most robust, that's why. But quickly taking a look at this, we can see the quantities per item for each item on the BOM. Over here, just a straight listing of all the items on the BOM. And then down here, we've got some route information. So total time by location. This is breaking it out by location, so each one of your different work centers. And then here is just the routing. These are, again, this is the ingredient list, and this is the recipe on how to make it. So one area that this can be really useful would be putting it in the hands of the people on the shop floor if they need to look up a specific item. With Power BI licenses, you get access to the Power BI mobile app for free. So any report that you build inside of Power BI, you get it on your phone as well. If you can view it on the website, you can view it on your phone or tablet. That's really powerful as well for our shop managers who like to walk around on the floor with a tablet to be able to see information. Then they can just look up an item, they're curious about the BOM, they want to see exactly what's going on, and they can pull that up on their tablet and have live access to that information really anywhere they go. All right, and lastly, a neat little option here that we have done for clients in the past is this is an interesting one where we are able to throw a little bit of additional visualization in a unique way at slicing the data. So what we have here is a sample blueprint, a very basic rudimentary example of a blueprint of a warehouse storing data for manufacturing. So what we have here is simply just 7 different shelves, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Those are called bins inside of Business Central. And so what we wanted to be able to do was give a visual approach to see what exactly is going on in each one of these locations. So for what we can do is we can simply select one of these, and over here, it will filter all of our data associated with that. So imagine having your blueprint here of your facility, having boxes for each one of your shelves or manufacturing lines. If you're curious about manufacturing lines, be able to click one and see exactly what it is. You know, being able to quickly jump through each one of these. So here we've got some item details, and here we got a pick list, for example, right? A lot of people who do manufacturing are also going to have some more advanced warehousing as well. So if you want to do picks and that kind of stuff for your production BOMs, then you can do that inside of Business Central. And so this is one of the ways that we can, again, visualize the data, taking that same data, visualizing it in different ways, and really being able to pull the data out. So now, what I have shown here, this is a absolutely 30,000 foot view of Power BI and what it can do. There's a lot more that it can do that I haven't mentioned here. And another question people might be asking is, okay, this is great, but why should you choose TrendSoft? There's a lot of people out there that do Power BI work. You can actually do Power BI yourself. There's no need for TrendSoft to help you with Power BI. However, the question we get is, why should you choose TrendSoft? And a couple of reasons. One, we have price transparency. You go to our website, you can see exactly how much things cost. These report packs, pricing is listed, the hourly rate, our pricing is listed, and if you go to our unlimited pack, limited service, then that's listed on the website as well. So very clear pricing. Second, a lot of people don't think about this when choosing a partner is taking a look at domain expertise. So it's one thing to be able to technically pull the data, but it's another thing to actually know what the data means and to understand how the data relates together. And with TrendSoft, if you use Business Central, or again, we just have a lot of manufacturing experience, we're immediately going to be able to jump in and see, okay, if you're pulling this from Business Central, then absolutely, we know it really, really well. I was a Business Central consultant for 2 years, so I know Business Central very well, and so does the rest of our team. Or if you just have general manufacturing and PLCs, again, we've got a lot of experience, so we're able to jump in, immediately identify, okay, what's a BOM, what's a route, you know, what metrics do you guys care about the most as a manufacturing company? So again, lots of reasons to choose TrendSoft. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. You can drop them in the QA, or Bobby will have our contact information here at the end. Again, very high level overview. If you have specific questions, if you have questions about integrating with your ERP, if you would like to see more demos of what Power BI can do, then we can absolutely feel free to set that up. So thank you guys. Back to you, Bobby.
All right. Appreciate that, Nicholas, for that overview and insight into Power BI and some of the great reporting features that are available. While I do have Nicholas on with us, this is a great opportunity to ask any of those burning questions, which you may have saw during the overview today. And again, keep in mind, this is obviously just a general overview, a general conversation about Business Central and Power BI and how it can help with manufacturing, help boost your manufacturing efficiency. And so, again, this is really just to pique your interest. So if you have a question or are interested in further conversation, please let us know, reach out. We'll be happy to have that conversation with you. Here is a couple of next steps for us. First off, again, for specific questions about Business Central, about Power BI, about what does it look like to migrate or move off of your current ERP system. You can take down my information. Here's my email, phone number, contact information. Take that down. Let's set up just an introductory call to understand what that looks like. Secondly, give us a follow. TrendSoft is on all of the various business-related social medias, LinkedIn, Twitter, etc. We have a great website with constant blog information that we're constantly updating. So give us a follow and check out our information. We'll be happy to connect with you. I'm gonna give it one more minute here, see if there's any questions that come through. Hopefully as a part of this webinar, you've seen how partnering with TrendSoft will enable you to leverage the full potential with Business Central and Power BI to drive your business forward, to boost your efficiency through the manufacturing process. Again, thank you for the time. Please take down our contact information. With that, we'll go ahead and wrap things up and appreciate the opportunity and look forward to speaking with you in the future. Thank you, guys.